Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Office Bloke Daz.
Together we are the Office Blokes.
Yeah.
British thunderstorms ain't got nothing on America.
We don't really get much. We don't get stormy weather over here. Really, not much.
No, the odd time you get a bit of a thunderstorm, don't you? But
Not for ages, haven't we?
It's wide open behind my house. I've got a big garden, then a field, then a nature reserve. So the wind is crazy behind mine.
Yeah.
When we get a bit of a storm, it's loud where I am. We get a bit. It's just it's built up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's never.
It's not half as extreme as in a lot of countries, especially like the States. You know, some of the storms they have there are absolutely mind blowing.
Yeah, they are.
But we're pretty lucky, really.
Some of theirs probably come in conjunction with tornadoes and stuff as well, don't they?
Yeah.
So it's extreme weather as a whole.
Even when I lived in the northeast and we got like thunderstorms there, it was like crazy thunder. I've not seen anything close to what it was over
Really?
here. Yeah, nothing close.
We're lucky with our bad weather. It's not usually so extreme that a lot of people die either, is it? Usually we can get some bad weather, but you know, usually everyone's pretty safe at the same time. But
I think the joke is we had a crazy storm and a wheelie bin blew over.
Yeah.
That's what people say over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's find out what Lawrence has got to say about this.
Larry.
British thunderstorms ain't got nothing on America.
Hello, I'm Lawrence and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to storms. So I was about to leave the house and take my puppy for a walk when I looked at the weather reports. Apparently at the time of filming, Mother Earth is angry with Chicago and the rest of the Midwest because she's sending us some very unpredictable weather over the course of the next few hours. But I'm an optimist. I'm somebody who likes to turn a negative into a positive. So since we've got this stormy weather coming our way anyway, why not make a video called British Storms Ain't Got Nothing on America? But before I do that, I've got a few minutes before the storm is projected to hit us, so I'm going to take the puppy for a quick walk and I'll be back in just a moment. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do that now. Well, Arthur, I think the weather reports must be wrong. It's really dry out here. Where are you going? Oh, Arthur, you know I haven't run since the camel incident of 1998. Keep going then, Arthur. Keep going. Thunder's coming. The rain's coming. We've got to get home. Good doggy. During my time living here, one thing that's really stood out to me about Midwestern storms is that in the hours and even minutes leading up to them, there's often no hint of a storm at all. Things can be entirely placid, but then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Mother Nature lets out one huge wind gust. And as that wind blows the leaves around like ants in a tumble dryer, there's something else that accompanies it. Really ominous clouds that look like they're going to devour the motorway. And I'm often told that when clouds have those little pointy bits hanging off them, you've got to be a little bit careful because that could be the precursor to a tornado. So far we've got nothing like that on the horizon today, even though much of the Midwest has experienced that recently, and now that I think about it, it could happen. But thunderstorms, that's what we're here for. Let's see how it's getting on.
Is Chicago the windy city?
Yeah, but it's not the windiest city. It's like just got that nickname.
That's just the name for it.
It's like something like the 10th windiest city in the USA sort of thing.
Yeah. Right. I get you. I saw a tornado almost touch down once in France, and it was like storm clouds like he just showed with the funnels coming down, and one of them made it almost all the way to the ground, and just kind of did that for about 5 minutes and then disappeared. It was that close to touching.
Yeah, but you do get mental weather in the USA. It's absolutely... No, he says unpredictable is probably the right word.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
But it's extreme.
We have just massively middle of the road weather, don't we? A lot of the time,
much is.
Just grey, miserable.
It doesn't even rain properly. It's not like drizzles, like shitty little wet weather. It's like you don't know if you stay wet, you're gonna get wet or what.
Yeah.
Just shitty weather.
I think we like a bit of extreme weather here and there, don't we? But we just don't seem to get it, do we?
40 degrees last year was extreme for us.
Yeah.
It was a sustained period of time as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But we're getting to that time of year in the UK where you've got to take your raincoat, you're wearing a jumper, maybe some shoes that aren't going to get soaking wet, and then it's hot and you sweaty, and then you've got to put your coat on, and then it rains.
A bit of everything.
Yeah.
Amazingly, amid all of this rumbling that's going on, my animals have been handling it quite well. I was never really concerned about my cat, who's experienced this many times during the 13 years he's been on this planet. Thankfully, unlike some cats, he's not under the misapprehension that he's hearing a giant vacuum cleaner, and just looks at the storm with the scorn that it deserves. And Arthur, a little puppy, experiencing his first ever thunderstorm, at least on my watch. And mostly, in terms of the thunderstorm, he's fine. He spent most of it chewing on his toy because he's going through some dental pains like all puppies do at this age, poor little bugger.
By far and away, the southern United States sees more thunderstorms than anywhere else in the nation, with Fort Myers, Florida recording an average of 89 thunderstorms per year. Mental. But I've just learned that one of the most devastating thunderstorm complexes occurred here in the Midwest. Back in 2012, when I was still living in central Indiana, a fast-moving derecho emerged in Iowa before sweeping its way through Illinois and then clear to the Atlantic coast. On its path of destruction, it claimed the lives of 22 people and brought damages of $2.9 billion.
Wow.
And having experienced the derecho of 2020, I'm familiar with how such storms often coincide with the hot temperatures of summer. But they're not uncommon here in early spring, as the thermometer flirts with the 60s, the temperature, not the decade.
Anyway, I think you're going to want to see this because in the last few minutes there's been a development.
Yeah, it is still coming down. Yeah, that is the craziest looking hail I've ever seen in my life. We don't get anything like this in the UK.
How's the car looking?
It's mostly good.
That is a piece of hail that I just picked up from the ground outside. It is definitely the biggest piece of hail I've ever had in my hand, and I have to drop it now because it's melting.
America is no stranger to large pieces of hail that hail from America. In fact, by comparison, some pieces make the segment that I held in my hand look like a fairy fly, albeit a frozen one. You see, I read today that in 2010, a piece of hail measuring almost 8 inches in diameter came down in Vivian, South Dakota.
Wow.
Hit nobody.
That's a meteor.
That'd be painful, wouldn't it?
Imagine if it fell in like New York City, then you're causing devastation in wherever South Dakota. What's that going to do? Land in the field.
Yeah.
Scared a cow.
Bloody hell.
Hail measuring almost 8 inches in diameter came down in Vivian, South Dakota. It remains the largest hailstone ever recorded in the history of Earth's history. The second largest was found in Nebraska some 7 years earlier, proving once again that everything is bigger in the United States except Q's, but that's irrelevant. But in my neck of the woods, the hail lasted all of 60 seconds.
And just like that, as was the case before the storm started, everything is now placid. The storm has stopped. Which is good news for Arthur because we can now take him on that longer walk, and I've just realised he's going to run through all of the sloshy mud. Alright Tara, are you ready?
It turns out neither of us were ready for what happened next.
Ominous. Do you think that's the end of the world, or just the coming of a tornado? Probably neither. Probably just testing it.
Is it sirens?
Probably go and find out.
This was no test. Just when we thought it was safe to go back into the water, an even bigger shark was emerging from the deep. The Chicagoland area was under a tornado warning. And to be clear, the shark bit was a metaphor, I hope.
Yeah, I know you like looking at the wind, Kafka, but we've got to go.
So, currently in the Pittsburgh potty, I have toilet roll for no real reason. We decided, since it's only a few minutes, this tornado warning that's in effect, we wouldn't bring down the whole crate, we just bring him down on a leash and let him roam a little bit. Kafka doesn't have that luxury, because if he did, he would tear Arthur to pieces, not literally, but they do tend to fight. So yeah, we are just seeing it out. It's supposed to only last about 12 minutes or something like that. And that's pretty normal. I mean, these tornado warnings don't last long. The weather systems move pretty fast. Kafka's trying to escape as we speak. You want any words for your audience? I know, I hate putting you in here, but, you know, gotta take these precautions. And I'm tired. Among the world's countries, the United States in particular is synonymous with tornadoes. In fact, of the 67 tornadoes powerful enough in history to have been classed as an F5, 59 were recorded in the US, and that number is even higher if you account for Brock Lesnar. And in 1925, one of those F5s became the deadliest in US history when it ripped through Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana along the longest tornado
path ever recorded. In total, this one tornado claimed the lives of almost 700 people, the vast majority of them right here in Illinois. Well, after all that, according to the radar, it really is all over now, so Arthur, you've earned a trip to the dog park. And I'll be honest with you, it's completely and utterly a little bit not surprising that Arthur wasn't scared of the thunder, because he's not even afraid of the big dogs, and I have to admit, he played with them in a manner that was admirable and disgusting. There was a lot of clean-up after that. Well, after all that drama, that's it for this episode. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever experienced a storm quite like this one. I'm Lawrence Brown. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and be sure to subscribe to this channel so that I don't have to. And a big thank you to my patrons who make these videos possible. They even paid for the thunderstorm. If you would like to become a patron of Lost in the Pond and support everything I do, you can do so today at patreon.com/lostinthepond.
Tiers start at just £1.50.
£1.50.
He's up the production techniques and the
He
editing and
is,
stuff,
yeah.
hasn't he?
Yeah. Getting out and about a bit there as well.
I like it.
Nice.
I like it. It's he was right though, wasn't he? I mean, we've never had to hunker down in a bathroom.
No, we don't have to just stand there looking through the window, don't you, when there's a load of thunder and lightning, especially at night time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I lived in New Jersey, we had a thunderstorm where it was constant flashing of lightning. It's like a strobe light.
Yeah.
Just going, and again, his brother was with us at the time. He was over visiting, and he was fucking shit himself. Because I think it scared him. I think it told him there's going to be a tornado, and that room's the worst one he's staying in.
Absolute evil. It's the noise, though, isn't it? Thunderstorms. It's actual crackling, isn't it? Sometimes it comes out of nowhere. It's so loud.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's just
Power
a
of it.
proper roar, isn't it? It's like, you know, if you ever underestimate nature and then a bit of thunder happens near you, it's huge.
Because I can probably, from my balcony, I can probably see past your house.
Probably,
You
yeah.
know, like into the distance.
Yeah.
Because I remember my son phoning me up and saying it's really bad thunder here, down in Birmingham. And I looked at my house, and in the far distance, I could see lightning.
Yeah.
I don't know how far it was, but then I said it was getting closer and closer.
Yeah.
So it was coming up from the south. Sort of thing, but it was it's quite good when you can do that. You can see stuff from miles away.
You can see miles away.
I can see the rain coming in, like you can see the big, the rain cloud when they come in when it's dumping the rain. You get a quite good view of them.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah.
Stand on the balcony with your glass of wine going.
I do. Yeah.
Got about 4 minutes. Enjoy it.
Well, the worst ones are sandstorms. We used to get in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. I used to say to the kids, you see them coming, it's like a yellow mist, sort of like you see coming towards you, and I say to the kids, come on, quick, in. And before you can even think about it, you're caked in sand. It's everywhere. In your eyes and your ears.
Ears and everything.
Yeah. On your hair.
Oh, that's hideous.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers. Guys.